All right. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this round of 12 playoff matchup between Big Menergy and Dreadzone Gaming Tartarus. After a week, I'm back. I'm Jason Crypt, and with me, Simulcrum. It's been a bit of a minute. How are we doing? And what are we looking at for draft?
Oh, I'm doing pretty well, Jason. Looking forward to this. It has been a little bit. Feels longer than a week and some change, as we're right into the bans. Trundle Malphite, banned on blue side, and is this Dreadzone or is this on red side, Jason?
I think yeah, Dreadzone is gonna be
Yeah.
on red side.
Okay, yeah, just making sure. And yeah, contemplating their second ban. Fiora, the first ban, and okay, Fiddlesticks.
Yeah, it's definitely seems like some targeted banning here. Now, Liu is a very, very good Fiora player, has a very healthy amount of games on that champion. So definitely gonna be a priority ban, and I don't think we'll be able to see the duelist in our best of three series here tonight. As you see here, Xerath, a good ban on top of Silent Elements, and Malphite and Trundle also the kind of these safe top laners that are being taken away from DZT2. Is the Jin getting banned out
Huh.
here as well?
Yeah, the more I think about it, Jason, the more crazy that this Fiora ban is, because Fiora's not a champ you can easily blind pick. Like, so it speaks so much to how scared Dreadzone are and how confident Big Menergy are with the Fiora pick if it warrants a first phase ban.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, honestly, I think a lot of this series is going to be less focused on meta bans, but more rather some comfort bans, like the Xerath for Silent Elements and also the Fiora for Lear Q2s. You see a Zyra being first picked, and we see a Mumu being insta locked here for the side of DZT. So both teams already off to quite the spicy start on the draft.
Yeah, Zyra is not a champ you often see picked early in a draft. I think it's a fantastic pick later in the draft. Can really stuff some short range melee comps, but the Amumu response, I'm not sure yet if that's going to be a support or jungle pick. Been really popular in support on this most recent patch. And Blind Vayne against his lane bully like Zyra.
Wow, that is definitely, big energy, definitely some large testosterone energy there, but the vein insta locked into champ like Zyra, who's has such a strong and impressive laning phase, definitely shows the size of the flowers of the broccoli here. We see Ari and Set being locked in for big energy too.
Yeah, and Big Menergy just blind pick after blind pick. They are not afraid of anything, it seems like. And I'm not sure how scared they have to be if you're seeing Vayne as the response to these blind picks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Urgot being picked out here as well. Definitely, champs that we don't these are definitely champs we don't see in the meta often, and not stuff that, like, when we come to think of what's being played in league right now, like, it's definitely not the first thing that comes to mind. But Evo Gambit does get the Urgot here, so it does have that range versus melee matchup advantage in this certain situation. I'm really curious to see where the next round of bans are coming, as we see Action being banned away here too.
yeah, and I want to go back to the Urgot pick real quick, because I think it's really good into set. I think if that set top lane is going to struggle against Urgot, a fellow juggernaut, and Zac and Lulu. Okay.
Yeah, definitely quite the spread on bans here. Now we do have both junglers haven't revealed themselves, which is definitely a bit of a surprise always when we come into later stages of the draft. As let's see, for Big Menergy, they're lacking a AD carrying the jungler, and for the side of DZT, this could be a jungler that's or a support this jungle and I'm catching my words here. It could be a jungle support flex, or it could, and it's also the mid lane pick too.
Yeah, and the second phase bans by Big Menergies says that they're not convinced that this is a Mumu support.
Whoa.
Wait. No, no, no,
Okay,
no,
okay.
no. No way, right? No, no, they don't lock it in, right?
I mean, I think
Unless.
but I think DZT definitely have something else.
Yeah,
You see the
okay,
Lilia
okay.
being locked in here. So, surprisingly, so still some flex potential here, but most likely we'll see Lilia in the jungle, and we see Amumu going support here. See Big Menergy also hovering the Draven here, giving them a little post in draft smiles. As yeah, what do you think about the Lilia pick and Amumu going to support Simulcrum?
Mm, I'm not. I think Amumu's gonna have a rough time if the Zyra is playing well because the plants are just gonna stuff the bandage toss every time, and even the 3 second cooldown, the quote 3 second cooldown on bandage toss, it's not enough to circumvent that, as we see Lucian locked in.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the Lucian pick here. You know, definitely ever since those marksman changes, Lucian has been kind of pivoted towards the bot lane. Now, Zyra's not, you know, one of those enchantress supports. It is a mage kind of range support, so won't get like the full utilization of that lights of those passes. We see Xin Zhao locked in for big Menergy. I'm surprised that you know such a meta jungler is being able to be left off for so late in the game. Definitely will be really good for JMSY to pick up the Xin Zhao. See your Taric being hovered for DZT here as well.
I don't like the Taric here. I'm
I
not a
don't think
fan.
it will be.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
thank you. Thank you. I,
there
I
you go.
think uh, I think if you lock the Taric in, you don't have enough damage to deal with Big Menergy's comp. So I
Yeah,
like the Orianna. It's much more reasonable. I am really scared though, Jason, because I look at this Big Menergy comp and lane bullies bot lane, and the Ahri is not particularly potent early, but the Xin Zhao certainly is, and that combination of when becomes lightning, audacious charge, 3 point strike into charm is very scary. So Ori might
yeah,
have to be on her toes. And I look at the Dreadzone comp and I see short range everywhere. You could argue Lilia and Amumu are a little longer range, but I think Zyra's gonna have a field day
yeah. I
against
think
these champs.
definitely the threat of the plants. If the Zyra can get a lead in the laning phase, you know, those plants are gonna chunk out DZT to half health pretty much before they can even start a fight. You know, I think DZT do have a great composition in terms of wombo combo. You know,
Mhm.
if a Mumu bandage tosses in, gets the curse of the sad mummy down, Oriana follows with a shockwave. You know, there's a lot of combo element on the side of Dreadzone Gaming Tartarus that I think can really kind of turn the tide here for a team fight. It just really depends on, you know, can this bot lane kind of hold in that lead and keep themselves within a respectable goal distance? And can the other lanes, you know, kind of perform normally? And finally, the coordination once the team fights start to roll around.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the really scary thing is that they don't have a lot of pressure early. The Lilia, um, it's been a long time since she's that top tier apex jungler that she used to be, and going against an early aggressive jungler like Xin Zhao with with very few prio lanes to work with is a really scary prospect. So I expect Big Menergy to eke out some kind of advantage in the early game.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, with both kind of drafts being covered, we will be moving towards a little bit of short break just for that spectator delay right before game starts. So don't go anywhere, and we'll be right back once we're loaded onto Summoner's Rift.
to the wild, no heroes and villains. Welcome to the war, we've only begun. So pick up your weapon and face it. There's blood on the ground, go and take it. You get one shot to make it out alive. So higher and higher you chase it. It's deep in your bones, go and take it. This is your moment, now is your time. So prove yourself and rise, rise. Make them remember you. Push through heaven. Rise, rise. They will remember you. Welcome to the climb up, reach for the summit. Visions brave the one, false step lead the end. So higher and higher you chase it. It's deep in your blood, go and take it. This is your moment, take to the skies, go. Prove yourself and rise, rise. Make them remember you. Push through heaven. Rise, rise. They will remember you. It is you fight among the dead, beneath the dirt. Or do you know yet? Or do you want it? And when the giants call to ask you what you're worth, do you know yet? We don't die. Prove yourself and rise, rise. Make them remember you. Push through heaven. Rise, rise. They will remember you. Prove yourself and rise, rise. Pick up your weapon and face it. Rise. It's deep in your blood, go and take it.
As a child, you would wait and watch from far away. But you always knew that you'd be the one that would while they all play. And you'd lay awake at night and scheme of all the things that you would change, but it was just a dream.
All right, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We apologize for a bit of a delay there. There were some client technical difficulties, but regardless, we are on Summoner's Rift now, and yeah, we do have DZT versus Big Menergy as looks like Big Menergy barreling down mid lane. Any thoughts?
Some interesting summoner spell choices I'm seeing, particularly the Ignite Ari and the Barrier Orianna. So this is a very volatile mid lane matchup already.
Yeah,
Here we go.
absolutely. This looks like it's gonna be an invade from the side of Big Menergy. Now, possibly Purple does have flash, but Leerq, does he take the E first? Yes, level 1 E flashes forward as well. The Zyra E connects onto possibly Purple as well. Flash
Oh, what
away
is
from the
this?
Mumu, but the Lucian also uses the flash and the piercing lane. It's not
Okay,
gonna
okay.
we're in for a series tonight, man.
Oh, if you're gonna do that, Big Menergy, commit with the flash charm, or just don't flash charm and just when Leerq flashes in with the phase breaker, just throw the charm. You've already committed with the set flash. Now, okay, Set needs to be careful because Urgot cannot kill him. It's a little spooky.
Yeah, definitely some coordination issues just to start off our game. Now do note that Big Menergy are our play-ins team, DZT are our second seed, so definitely a bit of a some I would say some misleading standings. DZT did pick up some FF wins, but that's not important right now. Like you were saying, the summoner spells in the mid lane definitely reminds me of a solo queue game. The barrier, the ignite. A lot of these spells can catch your opponent off guard, which will be very interesting to see. But top lane too, Leerq doesn't have flash in this melee ranged matchup, so definitely something to pay attention to as well.
Yeah, particularly scary against an Urgot who I have yet to see an Urgot that takes anything but disdain level 1. So I sincerely hope that Evil Gambit opted for the Yep, there we go. As we see, yep, there we go.
On towards Leerq. Evil Gambit getting those shotgun knees, and look at the set. He's half health already. So much damage going down on towards the set.
Yeah, people forget that. People like to joke that Urgot's not a champion, but in fact, he is more of a champion than you will ever be level 1. It's only after level 1 that he stops being a champion for a little bit. Shotgun legs do a ton of damage, max HP damage on those bad boys. That's why the critical level 13 is so important. Means he can get those off multiple times in a skirmish. But right now he's just kind of a big, lanky cannon minion.
Yeah, absolutely. And bot lane, this spot like we were saying in during draft, the Zyra gonna have a field day against the Amumu and against the Vayne, possibly Purple and Best Puncher. Definitely are gonna be up to the test. Now, Evil Gambit is gonna get engaged on towards Leerq. Leerq does have that haymaker, but does go slightly wide. Leerq getting 2 more autos and does have the Conqueror proc. Evil Gambit forced to flash away into the other bush as well. Leerq chasing one more auto from the set would do a Q going down on towards Leerq, able to keep him alive for just a bit more. But Leerq, really good trade onto Evil Gambit, chunking him out and turning the matchup on its head.
Yeah, once that critical level 1's passed, the Urgot doesn't have nearly as much threat as the set does. The set so much sustain with the passive, so much threat with the haymaker. Oh, Bandit? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Possibly Purple does go in as well, but first blood goes towards Sirix. Now Silver Spite is here as well. The W does go down slightly wide off of Tofuster. Sirix chunked off to half health as well. And the top lane, Leerq, does have a huge wave crashing in as well and is a set, so the threat of a dive is very real. Urgot has no flash, remember, so definitely a lot of things happening around the map. And so far, it's looking in favor of Big Menergy. Leerq posturing so aggressively right now.
Yeah, this is a full court press from Big Menergy. Pressure in every lane. And unfortunately, the Dreadzone gank bot lane just did not pan out. The bandit shot's getting stuffed by the plants from Zyra. Something I mentioned in Champ Select, that was a potential concern. It's so hard for the Amumu to find stuff in this lane.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Silent Elements does look like he could be a bit of a redeeming factor for DZT right now. Does have a small CS lead in the mid lane, does have that health, does have that mana advantage as well, and has all the all the sustain in the world, has both potions, has the biscuit, has that stopwatch coming up. So mid lane really looking quite favorable here, but once again, this top lane not looking good for Evil Gambit. The wave is pushing away, and Leerq does have that huge advantage in health.
Yeah, so scary for the Urgot to walk up right now, and the wave state's so awkward. Luckily, Lily is in the area, so Evil Gambit should get a recall if he wants it after clearing this wave, and there shouldn't be a threat of a dive because, one, we know that Xin Zhao is bot side on Krugs, but
yeah, no,
Dreadzone don't know that.
Oh, Ryukyu spots out Silver Smite on a recall there. So, some free information for the side of Big Menergy. JMSY is gonna be up one camp on the Lilia as it seems. And Cloud Dragon is up right now. And map state is still looking pretty even after that first blood given away by the Umumu there.
Oh, cancel. Yeah, and I don't think Xin Zhao, even with the pressure bot lane, can attempt the Drake when Ari's out of resources, has no teleport. So going to take a little bit for his mid laner to get back on the map. And also Xin Zhao hasn't reset. There's no items right now for him. Sitting on probably over 1,000 gold would be my guess, given his CS.
Mid lane here, Silent Elements really posturing quite threateningly. Silverside resets the Gromp, which is a bit unfortunate. But yes, mid lane lead starting to slightly pull ahead now. Bot lane, Vayne staying even on CS, which has been really good for the side of Best Puncher.
Yeah, that's more than you should hope for in this kind of bully lane. Being this close in CS is very nice to see. And I think JMSY really needs to get mid lane because Ari cannot reset. It's the Ori has too much of a resource advantage, and it's preventing him from doing much on the map right now.
Yeah, Lava Lizard just out of
Look
mana
at
right now.
oh,
Shockwave
yeah.
coming down on towards the Ari, possibly purple. Does miss the bandage shot onto Sirix. Use the dash to get out of the way. But meanwhile, in the top lane as well, Disdain going on towards Ryukyu. Has that ultimate coming down on towards Evil Gambit. Haymaker goes completely wide. Ultimate goes down on towards Ryukyu. Evil Gambit, does he have enough damage? Flash forward out of the set. Evil Gambit trying to do some spacing and trying to get away. But Silent Elements is in trouble in the mid lane. Does have that flash, does have that barrier. The charm does go completely wide for Lava Lizard. Silent Elements looks like he's going to live for now. But Silver Smite is in the area as well. Does have the flash, but not going to enforce that with the Lilia back in the top lane as well. Looks like Ryukyu and Evil Gambit still want to trade aggressively. It's a 20 CS lead for the set. Woo! Quite a mouthful going on.
Oh no, here we go again.
Oh, here we go again.
Never mind. It's over. Good condemn. Thank you. Yeah, and also opting for the Blade of the Ruin King. Look at this. Vamp Scepter in his pocket. So not interested in the all too popular Gore Drinker Sterax.
Yeah, well,
good buffer.
Great buffer from Evil Gambit. Yeah, no, not really interested in a mathematically correct set. Ryukyu is, but is going for that throwback set build, which I honestly think should be making a resurgence here. But speaking of which, Silver Smite might be in trouble here. Forced to use the flash away, but Evil Gambit might be in trouble. Forced to tank the Haymaker. Disdain gets him away, but JMSI is in trouble. The Audacious Charge back in towards Silver Smite. Lilia picks up the kill, and that's going to be huge for Silver Smite.
Yeah, that even helps out Evil Gambit. The Bramble has so much value. If he doesn't have that, he definitely dies to the Audacious Charge auto combo. And
yeah, absolutely. So see here right away, teleport back into the lane. Ryukyu might be in trouble. Haymaker chunks out Evil Gambit extremely low.
I think he can kill. I think
Evil Gambit does have that flash as well. Is he gonna look for the kill? Ryukyu looking pretty well. One auto. Gonna take that for now, but I would say that's bad for Evil Gambit. You teleport back to lane and you lose half your health immediately. Set his teleport over you. One TP back to lane and you're kind of back in that situation again.
Yeah, it's and the recall gets canceled. Good cancel with the Arden plays. But yeah, no pots in Evil Gambit's inventory, and the Vamp Scepter and set passive are on the other side that he has to contend with. So it's an uphill battle from here, and he's already used his free reset. Ooh, good charm.
Yeah, good charm going down onto his Silent Elements. Does have that shield command effect. Shockwave going down on towards the Ari now. Lava Lizard does have the ultimate, but looks like it's just going to be a trade of ultimates for both mid laners. In the meanwhile, JMSY did pick up the Cloud Dragon with Tofuster in the top side, in the bot side, but Silver Smite on the top side. Now does have the charm onto, does have the sleep on towards the set, but look at how low everyone is. Silver Smite dancing on nice edge here, but Evil Gambit with a flash, with that disdain, with the meat grinder, picks up the kill on towards Ryukyu. 1-0-1 on this Urgot. And Silver Smite definitely getting the ball rolling figuratively and literally, but Spirit Rush going down onto a Silent Element. Silence does have that barrier, but Lava Lizard not able to find enough damage to go for the kill there. So much action happening on in this bot and in this top and mid lane here, Simokrum.
Yeah, action all across the map, but critically, Big Menergy get the Drake on the bot side. And for Dreadzone on the top side, they killed the set, which is really great, but they're unable to convert the Heralds. And so now they burned so much stuff topside. They've burned the Urgot flash, they've burned the Urgot ult, which is coming up pretty quickly. But Xin Zhao's pathing up topside, so that window to secure Herald for Dreadzone is fading. And you're not looking for much bot side because look at the constant pressure from the Lucian Zyra. they're not making anything happen down here anytime soon.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like it's gonna be a 5 CS lead in just a 5 CS lead for the side of series. So not that not too much. Definitely more to be desired from the side of Best Plunger, but I'm really if I'm the Vayne right now, I'm really happy as a AD carry. Myself been climbing the ranks recently. Definitely, has done really well to stay safe in this laning phase. And I think the really good part is recognizing that you don't have to be ahead if you're on a scaling champion. You can be down a couple CS and that's okay.
Yeah, and the fact that they've kept it only to the first blood on the Lucians thus far, and maybe a plate I haven't actually taken a gander at that bot tower.
2 plates.
2 plates for the Lucian? Okay. So I think Zyra was probably nabbing some of that gold, so 160 plus the 400 from first blood plus a few CS. Not a crazy lead, but still a nice lead for the Lucian nonetheless.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Lucian is notoriously, one of those early game champions that can roll his way through if he gets too fed. So definitely, quite refreshing to see that it's not been too bad in this bot lane. Now, Tofuster is abandoning Sirix in that top side, going for that Rift Herald, but Silent Elements and Silver Smite both rotating over. He does get that level up.
Oh, good charm.
Lava Lizard walking down Silver Smite. The Lily is in trouble. One more Ignite take is going to pick up the kill. Lava Lizard picks up kill on towards Silver Smite. And looks like it's going to be a free Rift Herald for the side of Big Menergy.
Yeah, Jason, I'm scratching my head that Dreadzone even attempting to enter River. You're Amumu's bot side, the Zyra unknown. You haven't seen her bot side in a while. You're at a numbers disadvantage. Oh, good bandage toss.
Yeah, good bandage toss. Curse of Sad Mummy coming out. Sirix does have flash. Bandage toss. One more coming down. Possibly purple. Nice. Best Hunter picks up the kill onto a Sirix, but Evil Gambit in trouble in the top lane. Has a meat grinder. Picks up a kill onto Lyrq. Fear goes down on towards JMSY. Whew.
Wow.
That's a lot of action going down, but really good for the side of DZT.
Yeah, getting kills back despite losing the Herald, which is really good because they're not going to get nearly as much plate gold as Big Menergy can potentially grab for themselves. And the Urgot pulling ahead now. And Xin Zhao and the set have such a hard time now dealing with Bramblevest Ninja Tabby on the Urgot, a champ who wants you to jump on him, who encourages you to do so. It means free disdain, free fear beyond death, and free shotgun legs applications. You don't want to jump on him anymore. He's getting really strong.
Yeah, and it looks like the Urgot is opting for that Bomby Cinder, which personally I'm not a fan of, quite honestly. You're 2-0-1. You're on this fed Urgot. Go for the Titanic Hydra. Go for a Stride Breaker even. I think something that offers more damage and ability to fight in this later game would be good for the side of DZT.
Yeah, I think Evil Gambit being a little bit too much of a role player with his lead. He's just trying to be the beef ball that his team needs to enter into River. But I think you can do that even with Gorging or Stridebreaker. I think it's fine.
Yeah,
really
it looks like Rift Herald is going to go down in the bot lane. Lava Lizard is here as well, but Silver Spike once again might be in trouble here. The Zyra E does go wide, but JMSY flashes forward with that audacious charge. Lava Lizard picks up another kill, 2-0 on this Ahri now. So, some mistakes coming out here from the jungler of DZT.
Yeah, this Lily has been getting tagged by more skill shots than I think I've ever seen a Lily get tagged by. 2 charms. It's normally incredibly difficult to track the Lilia because of the movement speed that she has, but I'm not sure. I think.
Once again, Spear Rush in the mid lane. Silent Elements might be in trouble.
Barrier available.
Barrier. Ignite doesn't come down from Lava Lizard, so it doesn't look like there's going to be much of a trade there, but Silent Elements under so much trouble in this tower. Coming down onto him.
Dead? Oh, close.
Lives by a sliver of health. So close for the side of Lava Lizard, but Silent Elements does have that barrier, so he's able to keep himself alive.
Yeah, I'm loving the decisiveness from both mid laners this game. They're both willing to just spend the ultimate cooldown whenever they have the opportunity, and you love to see it. If you're just holding the cooldown and waiting for the opportune moment, that moment might never come. But both Orianna and Ahri making use of those ultimates to create pressure.
Yeah, spoken really well there. As you see Lucian rotating towards this mid lane, trying to get some pressure onto the bot lane as well. Stranglethorns does come down from the Zyra, but looks like not going to be able to get much in return.
Yeah. And the gold lead's not crazy yet by any means, Jason, but I imagine Dreadzone feel somewhat behind in this game, feel pressured in this game, because while they're getting kills, they have the kill lead. They have not a single objective to their name. Every time that Big Menergy have gotten a kill, they've been able to convert something. Or they use the lane pressure they have to get an objective. Lane pressure bot lane, get Drake. Lane pressure top, get Riftchild and get a pick. And go for bot tower, get a kill. And so Dreads don't have kills, but what have they accomplished with those kills? What's that gold going towards? Because right now it's really not going anywhere. Vayne has a kill, which is really nice, but it's going to take a little while longer yet for Vayne to be relevant.
Yeah, if you look at, the kind of 80 carry discrepancy here, though, even though it's just 3 CS, you can see the Kraken Slayer finish for Lucian. You can see the Quicksilver Sash. What such a great luxury item, especially it gets so early on in the game. And that's going to be really huge for the side of Sirix is here. Bandage toss combo coming onto Sirix as
there
well.
it is.
There's a Symphony comes down as well. But Lava Lizard with a great flag. Spirit Charm on the side. Ignite taking down as well. Totally decimating DZT. The flash coming in as well. Lava Lizard's on rampage right now. Trying to run forward. Trying to chase down Bambi through the jungle. That was really well played from Lava Lizard. Setting up that flag so well and just, shredding through the DZT health bars.
Yeah, and the QSS, you just pointed out, came in clutch, allowing him to escape the Curse of the Sad Mummy and getting that kill before going down to Silver Smite. But again, no objective converted for DZT. They lose their mid tower. They get the shutdown onto Lucian, which is great. But yeah, kills are great, but what are you doing with them?
Yeah, and another thing is who's getting these kills. I'm perfectly fine if DZT managed to trade a kill, especially since they do have quite a late game oriented composition. But if it's going onto the Lilia, if it's not really going towards the hands of the Vayne, that just means that the snowball that DZT want to build is just rolling slightly slower than they would want to.
Oh no,
here,
third charm.
Silver Smite getting charmed again. Look at all that damage.
Dead?
Silver Smite might be dead. Ignite is ticking down from lava. Oh, no
lived.
Ignite going down. Just the Leandry's burn, but it looks like Silver Smite is gonna live. And I don't know if we're watching instant replay or something, but that's how manyth time that I've seen the Lilia get charmed.
Third time, I believe, we've seen on screen. Twice on that very same ramp, Jason. So I think if I'm Silver Smite, I'm avoiding that ramp. And while we're on the topic of Silver Smite and Lilia, I'm a little concerned that Lilia's down CS to a Xin Zhao, a champ who should not be farming nearly as well or effectively as a Lilia, who has so much AoE, so much mobility.
Yeah, you're right by all accounts, but I think
this is why.
I think we found the culprit. So,
Yep, there is a thief in Silver Smite's jungle, and I say Silver Smite's jungle, I mean DZT's jungle, because it's no one player's property.
Yeah,
it belongs to the team.
I see here Silver Smite here kind of dancing in no man's land here. The Lilia once again getting caught out. Sirix picks up the free kill onto a Bambi lost in the jungle. And, just when we said good job DZT for getting the shutdown, Silver Smite goes ahead and gives it right back.
Yeah, I think just vacate that ramp, Jason. If you're DZT, it's a no-go zone. Your jungler has died twice there, and then almost a third on that very ramp. No more. Just Bambi should not be walking anywhere close to that thing. It's a death trap. And we got Drake spawning soon, and I don't know how much gold they have in their pockets. Can we get a gold toggle, Mr. Producer?
Yeah, that would be greatly appreciated. See here.
Okay.
400 in the top lane. Only just around 400 in the jungle as well, which is quite surprising.
Yeah.
500 towards the mid lane for the Orianna. And 1,100 in that bot lane for the side. Oh, Silver Side Elements ults nothing, but Lava Lizard ulting nothing as well. Both mid laners kind of using their cooldowns here, but it looks like nothing's really gonna happen. You see here, ult comes out on towards Liku. Liku does get that haymaker wave, flashes out as well from Evil Gambit. Both top laners choosing to kind of duke it out between themselves. No one really emphasizing that dragon, and kind of without even realizing it's Malcolm. Big Menergy are on soul point.
Yeah, it just comes back to their objective-focused approach in this game. And Evil Gambit forces the TP from Lirq, which means he has TP advantage. Only 2 teleports in this entire game of Summoner's Rift, 1 on each side. And Lirq burned both Summoners. That his TP and Flash are now both down, and Gambit has both in his pocket. and it is going to be the Frostfire into the Titanic. I actually, if he's going the tank build, I actually would have liked the chem tank, the move speed, so he can run in and flip someone. Because
Now,
he's not going to get a good. He's not going to get a priority target with the Frostfire.
yeah, now I may be just a stickler. I might just not like fun, but if I'm DZT, honestly, I think the Frostfire is horrible. You know, Set gets ultimate onto you. That's free damage onto your own team. You know, no one's really going to be frontlining as much as either the Amumu or the Urgot. And so definitely a really awkward angle for the side of Eagle Gambit here. You know, Set is going like, you know, Bork does have that Iron Spike Whip as well. So that's a lot of AD ratios that's going to convert that health over onto damage. That's going to slam dunk right onto DZT. It looks like Big Menergy are posturing mid lane. Looks like they want to put that Herald down.
Yep, gonna break or almost break another tower. I think it's actually gone. Lucian gets a few taps on it. Yeah, Shelly's gonna take care of the rest. Shelly might not even be needed. Oh, never mind.
Oh.
Shelly's health bar was consumed in the pursuit of tower damage. Oh, good charm.
Yeah, oh, dude, charm goes down on towards possibly over. The calling comes down as well. The new calling as well with all that crit multiplier. Now, Evil Gambit finally choosing to group up with the team, but just a bit late. You know, nothing really much going on right here. And so, you know, if I'm DZT right now, you know, I'm staring down the barrel of Soul Point, a 4,000 gold lead. What should I do to kind of get myself back into it?
I think right now it's really tough because you don't have great.
Oh,
well,
that happened.
yeah, that happened. Okay, Bowling Ball not going to be quite effective either. It's so difficult because you don't have great champs. You don't have great engage. Like, you have the Amumu, right? But the Zyra is so effective, especially out of lane, at stopping the Amumu's engage attempts. And the vision control that Big Menergy have make it so that any attempt that Dreadzone try to make to engage and start a fight will be seen and tracked by Big Menergy, which gives Zyra plenty of time to set up plants in anticipation and block the bandage toss. And if you're not chain CCing a backline target, then I don't know how Dreadzone can win a fight. I think it's all on the Vayne right now. It's on the Vayne and it's on the Shockwave on Orianna. That's how they're gonna win a fight now.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really hoping that DZT actually choose to group up for this, you know, Ocean Soul fight, because you have such a great wombo combo with all these ultimates, but if you don't have the chance to use it, you know, what's the point in drafting a wombo combo comp? And so, you know, I really hope that, you know, these recalls are coming in, that both teams are going to be setting up for this final dragon. It's easier. Some vision coming down on towards that blue side jungle. Evil Gambit is going to get this top lane shoved out. Now, is he going to recall? Please recall.
Yeah,
go for the dragon, because that's the most important thing right now.
And I'd be very sad, Jason, if this game ends without DZT taking a single 5v5 where their comp is meant to shine, or to shine better at least than Big Menergy's. But there's no, I don't even know when Evil Gambit burned his teleport, because last time I mentioned the top laners and their teleportation devices, Gambit had his. He had both summoners, and I just wonder where it went, why it's down right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, does look like DZT are grouped up as 5. They do have inside track on this river right now. Lava Lizard is on that bottom area routing over. Evil Leerq doesn't have teleport, but picks up top tower. We do have Sirix in that mid lane, moving towards that mid lane tower, sieging as well. It looks like, you know, Big Menergy are just able to get kind of, you know, make their own move as well by just playing the map instead. DZT really fixated on this dragon right now. I see here,
they have to be
on towards possibly purple. Look at
right,
Amumu, no health left. Does pop the locket.
Oh no!
It flashes away from the second half of
charm.
that Fear Essence, but Lilia going in, flash Q, puts down the ultimate. Zinzao is falling asleep. JMSY gets tagged up by the Amumu Q. Silver Spike dodges away from the charm as well. Urgot in the top half does get root as well, flashing in from Lava Lizard as well. Possibly purple trying to live for just a bit more longer, but Shockwave coming down as well. Leerq might be in trouble here, does get that showstopper. Huge haymaker, one shots Evil Gambit from that sliver of health as well. Looks like it's gonna be a 2-for-1 for the side of Big Energy so far, but Silent Elements and Best Plunger are still relatively healthy, but Silence does get charmed up, does get the barrier forced out. Leerq does have the Haymaker, picks up the kill on towards the Orianna, and it looks like it's gonna be a 3-for-1 for the side of Big Menergy.
Ah, glimmer of hope, Jason, for DZT. It looked so promising at the start, or not at the start, like immediately after the start, after the Curse of the Sad Mummy whiffed. But the wallets are too big, I'm afraid. And even the 0-2 set doing work in that fight, buying time, creating space, and getting critical kills. And I like the idea from Big Menergy to just push the waves and stuff, but then they didn't group back up and they let DZT force a fight when they were split. And I think that was good identification on Dreadzone's part, recognizing, okay, Big Menergy split. This is our best opportunity to fight, but misfiring of the Curse of the Sad Mummy, their primary engage option. And maybe if they had that and they got it onto some members, they win that fight.
Yeah, if anything, that just felt like possibly Purple breaking his own ankles there. And the Mumu definitely kind of on the behind here, face checking into nowhere. Oh no, that really is a sad mummy Simulacrum. 0-4-3 right now. You know, not feeling too hot. 2 levels down on that support matchup. Silver Spike kind of has to trance around in the jungle and kind of see
no flash
if
on her.
she can create any miracles. Did use that flash ultimate coming down, but Lava Lizard's here once again. Same story, charming up the deer in the jungle. Lava Lizard is unstoppable. 5-0-3 on this Ari. Blue team pick up Baron Nashor, and they're looking to end the game with Soul too.
Yeah, I think we're looking at the end of the game, or at least the beginning of the end.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the Orianna is pretty solid wave clear, but there's no one else, and you're against a Baron buff, which is really effective at mitigating magic damage. Are we just gonna see the end of the game? Is the game just over, Jason?
Maybe not. You know, there's still some hope from the side of DZT, but I think if Big Menergy just force a fight, they flat out win. You know, Ocean Soul, Baron buff, 1.5 item leads. Oh,
I guess they're just backing off.
I guess I cast a curse to them, but you know, that's really good for DZT. They have like 4 minutes to scale.
Yeah. So if they don't, that's assuming that Big Menergy don't end the game or DZT opt for a fight that they probably shouldn't take at this stage. But glimmer of hope for DZT, because the Baron was committed entirely mid lane. There was no setup in the side lanes. Look at these side lanes, so awkward for Big Menergy, unable to get anything else, I think, with this Baron, because those lanes are really pushed in. And they've already split up. The gang has separated for the time being.
But I will say, you know, not much on the map for DZT to take. Silver Smite's jungle has been, or DZT's jungle has been completely ransacked. You know, just some side lanes that they have to pick up, and I really don't like seeing this. If you pick Vayne, you need to let Vayne go into a side lane and get resources. Best Plunger just chilling, I guess, but you know, I want to see Vayne, you know, getting all the resources, going Uzi mode, because your Vayne and your late game team fight is probably one of the only ways you get back into it. And the fact that, you know, she doesn't get as much gold as you optimally can is really dangerous for the side of DZT, because that's just, you're stalling your own scaling.
Yeah, but I think the hard part, Jason, is that it's so spooky for Vayne to go sit in the side lane solo. You need so many members hovering, and also the pick is real. The Ahri is really scary in these open map scenarios where the turrets have all but fallen. There's very few left for DZT, and the vision is just very, very limited. So
you know, Evil Gambit here trying to offer the trade in towards Leerq, but I don't think he wins this one. Does get the flip on towards Leerq, but the shotgun knees comparing with shotgun and fist. What's gonna win? It looks like guns are better than fists in this case. Shutdown goes towards Evil Gambit. Is able to get some redeeming factor on the top side, but he needs to recall instantly. They still have Baron buff, and they're knocking down the door off this bot lane tower, but the bandage shots goes in as well. The Curse of the Sad Money comes out as well. JMSY, he still lives! Oh shit, so Lava Lizard is well charming.
Oh no, Vayne!
Best Plunger does have the shield bow proc as well. JMSY still on one more auto for the Vayne will peel it. Silver Smite picks up the kill as well. There's just too much going on. Ocean Soul's ridiculous.
Ooh, good shockwave
coming down onto Cyrix. Does get one man there, but you know, a lot of close calls for the side of DZT, and it looks like Silver Smite was able to get the kill there. You know, Best Plunger was able to dish a lot of damage, and JMSY, even though he did have Soul, you know, wasn't able to outlast it.
Yeah, but he lived for such a long time. the Xin Zhao is so tanky with the Gorgon Crysterax and the ultimate. Really, really tough customer. And now it's a stopwatch. So working towards that GA, we'll probably have it after this next fight if the game doesn't end on this next fight, on this next play.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, minute till Elder, so definitely the kind of
Oh.
big boogie moment there. The Smalcolm moments are coming in. We're reaching the ultimate late stage. I think this team fight here by Elder is the do or die moment for the side of DZT. If they mess up this team fight, that's a free pathway down mid. But if
Okay, true, but
oh,
as the fight breaks out.
flashes in coming in from Evil Gambit.
Huge
and,
showstopper.
Silver Smite, but Liu does get the haymaker. So look at all that damage onto his best puncher. But Silver Smite on the other end does get chunked as well and picked up as well. Sirix is on the killing spree, but Shockwave coming down, too bad coming in. Ultimate going down from the Xin Zhao, sweeping away everyone. Evil Gambit uses Disdain to try to get away. Best puncher picks up a kill, flashes in, makes the kill. Sirix, best puncher. No, double kill going towards Tofuster. It looked so close. It looked so close to the Uzi montage we would have been dreaming for in our solo queue against Malcolm. But it looks like Big Menergy able to clutch out. Great Xin Zhao ult coming in, getting himself away from that bandage toss, and just not enough damage from the side of DZT.
Yeah, and that's so unfortunate, Jason, because the CC, the ultimates landed where you wanted. Shockwave onto the Lucian, and they get him. But there's still a Zyra. That's those Strangle Thorns, huge, hit practically everyone on DZT, and that was the difference. As TP comes in to secure this.
Yeah, and it looks like it's going to be Elder Dragon going towards the side of Big Menergy. Liu does drop that teleport down, and the Liandry's burn from Tofuster as well is gigantic. Looks like, yeah, blue team picks up a dragon, and I think all 5 members got it, Simulacrum. That's huge.
Yeah, so now Big Menergy have several ways they can approach the end of this game. One, they can just walk it down mid, or walk it down whatever lane they choose, because inhibitors have respawned, and just dare DZT to fight against an Elder buffed, gold-infused Big Menergy team. Or they can just take the Baron and then end that way. Either way, I think DZT are... Probably should be start talking about game 2.
Yeah, Baron coming up here in 7 seconds. I'd really like to see one more last-ditch attempt from the side of DZT. I know they do have Elder, but if you give up this Baron, the game's just over. There's no way you can compete 10,000 gold down against Baron and Elder. But Vayne is in base.
I think it's
health. Oh, blue team picks up the Baron.
It's really hard because they have the Elder, so if you even try to steal, someone's dying, Jason, and probably more than one person, given all the summoner spells expended in the last fight around Elder.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's going to be a complete death squad from the side of Big Menergy coming in. One charm, one root, anything that comes in from the side of Big Menergy, and someone on DZT is dying. This is going to be inhibitor being blown up as well. If I'm possibly purple, I'm looking for a flash ult player or something, because DZT need a miracle right now. Double inhibitors going down, 2 minion waves, Elder Dragon. These are the boys coming in. They're coming in to clean up town now. Lilia does have ult, but DZT can't do anything. They just can't walk up. Possibly purple doesn't have that move as well, but look at that. Set ult coming in right away, just stopping that from happening at all. And then just like that, Nexus explodes, Lucian double kill, and Big Menergy pick up game 1.
Yeah, and very convincing game 1 at that, Jason. There was usually in AGL we have those moments where a team throws their advantage away, or they get a little too excited, get ahead of themselves, and make the game more difficult for themselves. We didn't see that from Big Menergy in this first game. Very, very solid play, good decisiveness, getting pretty much every objective on the map, and closing out the game very cleanly. And there's very little that Dreadzone Tartarus could do, because, yeah, I wasn't a big fan of their comp, and I think it was really hard to operate against what Big Menergy drafted.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm curious what side Dreadzone take. I hope they change it up and go to blue, because red did not work out for them. They took red. Okay,
red.
Okay, so Dreadzone took red. I please don't pick champs that struggle against the first pick Zyra, because the Zyra was the first champ that Big Menergy picked, and you pick champs that cannot function against it. And yeah, it's
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the Vayne did bad, but I think there's just champions that can do better. If that was
Ye-
a Mumu Misfortune, just imagine how crazy some of those ultimates would be, for example. And
yeah,
I think another thing is that you need to group more. If you're playing a team fight composition, you need to team fight. Evil Gambit spent most of that game in the top lane, and that definitely did not help DZT's case.
yeah, and I would like to see Silver Smite and yeah, I like to see the mid jungle of DZT play together a little bit more, because I was commenting at the beginning of that game, early stages, that DZT had pressure mid. The Ori was keeping the Ori from resetting, putting so much pressure on the map, but Lilia unable to do anything with it. There was nothing that came from DZT. There was no attempt at an objective, no attempt at a roam. It was just Ori sat mid lane and Lilia sat in her jungle, and then they lost the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, with that being said, we will be going into a bit of a break before game 2 of our best of 3 series. So don't go anywhere and we'll be right back.
What are you willing to lose? You cover your wounds, but underneath them, a million voices in your head that whisper, stop now. Another twist of the knife, a turn of the screws, it's all in your mind, and it's fighting you on yourself. The storm is coming. Wow, kid, what you gonna do now? It's your reflection looking back to pull you down. So are you gonna die today or make it out alive? You gotta conquer the monster in your head, and then you'll fly, fly, Phoenix fly. It's time for a new empire. Go bury your demons, then tear down the ceiling. Phoenix fly. And now you're playing with matches, come out of the ashes underneath you. A million voices in the crowd, they're screaming, stop now. Well, let them swallow the pride, you're turning the tide to true believers. Got them in the palm of your hand, you're playing God now. What you gonna do now? It's your reflection looking back to pull you down. So are you gonna die today or make it out alive? You gotta conquer the monster in your head, and then you'll fly, fly, Phoenix fly. It's time for a new empire. Go bury your demons, then tear down the ceiling. Phoenix fly. So are you gonna die today or make it out alive? You gotta conquer the monster in your head, and then you'll fly, fly, Phoenix fly. It's time for a new empire. Go bury your demons, then tear down the ceiling. Phoenix fly. Legends never die when the world is calling you. Can you hear them screaming out your name? Legends never lose hope when everything's cold and the fighting's near.
It's deep in their bones, they'll run into smoke when the fire is fierce. Oh, pick yourself up, guys. Legends never die. Legends never die. Legends never die. Legends never die.
Legends never die. They're written down in eternity, but you'll never see the price it cost. The scars collected all of their lives. When everything's lost, they pick up their hearts and avenge defeat. Before it all starts, they suffer through harms to touch your tree.
Whoa, pick yourself up, guys. Legends never die. Legends never die. Legends never die. Legends never die.
Legends never die.
Oh, when the world is calling out your name,
Begging you to fight.
pick yourself up once more. Pick yourself up, guys. Legends never die. Legends never die. Legends never die. Legends never die.
Legends never die.
All right, and welcome back. We are into game two's draft between Big Menergy and DZT. Big Menergy are up 1-0, and some standard bans coming out. I like the Ari adjustment. I think Fura is still a must ban, and the same bans coming out from Big Menergy, so nothing too different.
Yeah, I mean the exact same bands from Big Menergy. No need to change anything on their end. Pretty convincing game. There it is.
Yeah.
Okay,
For
DDT.
once.
You saw it before. Don't pick into it. Don't
Please don't.
just no, please. Like,
Actually,
give yourself a okay.
okay, that's a bit better.
Yeah, like you're still not doing much in lane with this, but you're doing a lot out of lane, so I'll take it. That's fine. Okay, I'm
Oh.
not a big fan.
It's okay.
If he lands stuff, it's good. If he misses stuff, then he's just dead. So you're flipping it. Your back's against the wall right now, Jason.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I don't mind taking a gambit like this.
And you know what? This is playoffs after all. There's only
Mhm.
one way you
gotta
can
win.
go. It's either you got to win or you got to go. It's either
and
the
they
set being taken away from the side of Lyricue to some decent, draft pivots coming in from the side of DZT here. I like
Mhm.
it.
Yeah, some good adjustments. Let's see if Big Menergy can account for this and change plans accordingly, because they won't have that set for Lyricue this time.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I don't think the set was as big of a problem, but we see here Cyrix is going to get that Lucian again, and it's going to be Camille for the side
Ooh.
of Lyricue. Now, Lyricue definitely able to flex, flex his muscles here and play a lot of these strong top laners. So I like this matchup for the side of Lyricue, and Evo Gambit definitely going to have a lot to work on, even though he did decently in lane. Not grouping and just not being able to impact the team definitely cost DZT a bit. I see Akali being hovered here, but it looks like it's gonna be Ashe locked in for best plunger.
Yeah, so a lot more potency in lane. So I still favor Big Menergy's 2v2, but DZT have given themselves a fighting chance with these bot lane picks.
Yeah, absolutely. The Ash, has that R button, and the R button is one that can just win you the game if you get a good arrow down. I remember last time we had to deal with a Ash on stream. It was, I believe, Caxi flashing and giving away some 2 kills. So that was some
Oh,
fun memories. But
okay.
here Zack and Oriana being banned off for DZT and Big Energy here. Nothing
Hmm.
too out of the ordinary here. Some adjustments.
Fizz.
See Fizz being banned out too. So that's definitely a pivot. We didn't see Fizz in game one. So I'm really interested to see what DZT are thinking.
Yeah, Jason, I haven't seen Fizz in a while. Period. It's just not a pick you see often anymore. And is in fact slated for buffs next patch. He's the changes he went through recently not quite hitting the mark according to Riot.
Yeah, I mean the last time I dealt with a Fizz was when I was playing last split with my old mid laner, and Stun Gaming, we know how that went. But regardless, Kill being banned off here as well. So definitely a lot of interesting, not just one interesting pivot, but multiple. Definitely really interesting. There's kind of, I'm really curious to see where these bans and thought processes are coming out from, because that's definitely, it seems like Big Menergy and DZT are both coming in prepared.
Oh, so okay.
Ooh.
So the Nocturne screams pick comp. They're just gonna look for picks. They're gonna try to match the skirmishing that Big Menergy have presented. Lucian, I consider Lucian and Camille skirmishing champs. And yeah, this is setting up to be an explosive game too, Jason.
Yeah, Nocturne ult, Ash ult, Thresh hook, set, just ability to start these fights by sprinting at you.
Oh,
Definitely really
Annie.
strong. It's gonna be Annie locked in for Lava Lizard now. That is one of his champs that he is able to play, and it is one of those LS recommended champions for you to climb to Diamond. And Jarvan being locked in for Big Energy as well. I actually like the combo that Big Energy have here. Jarvan Cage, Annie ult, or Camille ult, Annie ult, Zyra Root, Annie ult, and then Jarvan. I like the wombo combo that Big Energy have to offer. Well, from the side of DZT, I'm also really curious to see what they go for this last pick for what I presume has to be mid lane.
Yeah, I'm not thinking we're gonna get a Yumi, Jason. I just don't think we're gonna see it.
Yeah, and it looks like it's gonna be Vigar.
That feels a little off theme from the rest. I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, I mean, well, Vigar, the thought process could be, Vigar cage can set you up. If you're stuck in cage, you can't really do as much. But the other champs have ability to run at you and move along. Vigar kind of has to play in this set zone. And so even though, both like all those champions on the side DZT have that kind of pick theme, Vigar's direction pivots slightly. And I think that's actually a huge difference.
Yeah. So looking at DZT's comp, they have the makings of a pick comp, but if Nocturne falls behind, their pick comp falls apart. It doesn't work anymore. Because the Vigar is never able to follow up on these paranoia enchanted crystal arrow plays. Neither can Set, and Thresh can barely. It's really a two-man pick comp for DZT. And I'm concerned that the Vigar can't even stop J4 because he can stop the Flag and Drag, but he can't stop Cataclysm. Cataclysm always goes through. And Thresh Lantern can only grab one person. So who's getting the life jacket, Jason?
Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely something that, I'm going to be worried about. But from the side of Big Energy, once again, I think their comp is just I look at it and it feels like just easy to execute. Annie touted as like arguably one of the simplest champions in the game. Followed by Jarvan, who's an understandable kid. I think Big Energy have their work cut out for them, but DZ definitely with these champions, if they can get ahead early or if they can get the ball rolling when they want to make a play, they without a doubt have a fighting shot.
Yeah, I definitely like Big Menergy's comp more. I think DZT have a better comp than last game. I think that if they fall behind, if the Nocturne falls behind, they're in for a load of trouble because defensive Nocturne is not what you want to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And now with that being said, you have given both teams' compositions a bit of a chat, bit of a rundown. We will be moving into our break. Can DZT kind of find that comeback and look towards that reverse sweep, or will Big Energy close them out? We'll only find out once we're past spectator delay. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
As a child, you would wait and watch from far away. But you always knew that you'd be the one that would while they all play. And you'd lay awake at night and scheme of all the things that you would change, but it was just a dream. From dust. From dust. What are you willing to lose? You cover your wounds, but underneath them a million voices in your head that whisper, stop now. Another twist of the knife, a turn of the screws, it's all in your mind, and it's fighting you on yourself. The storm is coming. Wow, kid, what you gonna do now? It's your reflection looking back to pull you down. So are you gonna die today or make it out alive? You gotta conquer the monster in your head and then you'll fly, fly, Phoenix fly. It's time for a new empire. Go bury your demons, then tear down the ceiling, Phoenix fly. And now you're playing with matches, come out of the ashes underneath you. A million voices in the crowd, they're screaming, stop now. Well, let them swallow the pride, you're turning the tide to true believers. Got them in the palm of your hand, you're playing God now. What you gonna do now? It's your reflection looking back to pull you down. So are you gonna die today or make it Legends never die when the world is calling you. Can you hear them screaming out your name? Legends never die. They never lose hope when everything's cold and the fighting's near.
All right, welcome back to Game 2 of our Aegis Guardians League round of 12 playoffs matchup. This is once again Big Menergy versus Dreadzone Gaming Tartarus, as we're loaded onto Summoner's Rift. Now, any interesting Summoner spell choices this time round, Simulacrum?
Only one I can see is Ignite on Annie. So not a lot of wiggle room in terms of mistakes and errors in lane. If you mess up, it's going to be pretty rough. Oh, Tactical Sweep going to find some damage.
Looks like, it looks like it's just going to be some normal stuff going on in our laning phase. Nothing too special. But, yeah, two small characters chilling in the mid lane. Oh, Q going down. Does get that passive stack on the Vigar. Just some normal Summoner's Rift shenanigans. Nocturne does look like he will be pathing from blue buff upwards. And Jarvan will be having red up. So both teams definitely focusing on the top lane.
Yeah, volatile top lane matchup. You want to influence that sooner rather than later. And I would give Big Menergy the advantage in that 2v2. Nocturne does a respectable amount of damage, but Camille and J4 have the advantage in playmaking and reach.
Yeah, absolutely. It's once again that Q going down onto lava. There's a Silent Elements definitely dishing out some hurt here on the Vigar. I'm really curious to see how well, we can get that kind of scaling element from Silent Elements, because Vigar's not the strongest champ right now. And, Annie always been one of those staple mid laners. It's been said, if you want to get better, you want to hone the fundamentals, you should play Annie. And here we are with Lava Lizard. See here the root coming down onto Best Plunger, but Sirix taking a lot of damage as well. The Thresh auto is being traded back too, so definitely good stuff from the side of DZT. Evil Gambit does get that face breaker, but he gets chunked out so much that Tactical Sweep hurts too. Just the tip.
Just the tip. Yeah, Tactical Sweep doing so much damage early game. And healing to boot. It's a really great ability.
Yeah.
Good try on the hook.
Wide from possibly purple. But, once again, has that flay. Flay goes wide too.
Oh, just I'm not looking, Jason. Closing my eyes.
Yeah, closing my eyes. We don't see anything. No, DT does get that level 2 advantage first. So, pretty good stuff. Able to recognize that window here. But Big Menergy able to... Oh, it looks like Big Menergy are definitely the ones taking some damage here. But Great Root Guardian being procced out from the Thresh. Both junglers are just about done with the clears. Now, JMSY did skip Krugs, as did Silver Smite, and it looks like that Nocturne is coming in as well. The great Baby Cage coming down onto Lava Lizard. Now, Lava Lizard does have that shield flash force out from the Annie as well, but the hook goes out onto Toast Booster Flay as well, but possibly Purple able to just walk out that flash forced out of Lava Lizard too. And it looks like it's gonna be a standard gank from the side of Silver Smite. Really good job from the side of Eminence to get the cage down, but Silver Smite might be in trouble here. Lava Lizard doesn't have the flash, so force flash out of Silver Smite. Hook goes wide onto Sirix, so Sirix trying to trade back some damage as well. Press attack blocked onto Best Plunger. And it looks like there's a lot of fighting going on in the map, but no kills so far, 3 minutes in.
Yeah, a lot of attempted action, but nothing quite finding the mark. Just some summoners exchanged. And I think this is... I don't think who this is better for. I think this is better for ZZT because Nocturne wants that level. Oof. Facebreaker doesn't land. Hate to see it.
It looks like...
Yeah, but
Oh, you were saying?
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say JMSI was mid lane, but looks like Jarvan is going to alter that path and move upwards.
Okay, Guardian procced again, almost on cooldown, it seems.
Yeah, the Jarvan as well, kind of... Jarvan hasn't really done anything for the last minute. Sat kind of in mid lane and chilled. moved up, kind of chilled. But as I say that, is mid lane is going to be spotted by vision from Silent Elements. Now, Lavender does have that stun as well, but walks into the cage himself. Lavender taking a lot of damage as well. JMSI does have the flash.
Oh.
First blood going towards the Jarvan. Silent Elements greeting with that flash, holding on to it for too long. It looks like he's going to get punished for it. First blood goes towards the J4. Now, on the other lane, possibly Purple does miss another hook, and now the abuse that this bot lane has to offer is really starting to show through. Evil Gambit getting chonked out a lot as well. Leerq getting in those autos.
Yeah, the grass trades really add up, and finally we see Big Menergy's bot lane returning to someplace they... Oh, no. Oh, he dashed
Oh, wait, Sirix might be in trouble here.
No.
Does it have the tower shot? Where's the tower shot? Now it's not coming through. Best Plunger isn't able to pick up the kill, and possibly Purple, lives as well. But Tofooster might be going for the kills. A flash ignite over the wall. Sirix misses the E over the wall too, but picks up the kill. Kill a piece on the side of the bot lane for Big Menergy, but Silver Smite is here as well. Leerq does have the flash, is going to be able to get away from Silver Smite, but it looks like he wants to fight Silver Smite. He's taking it, does get that empowered Q auto on towards the Nocturne, but looks like it's just going to be a handshake of damage.
Yeah, and I think, Jason, what happened bot lane is that Zyra took the tower aggro. It was the root from Zyra that took the aggro, and then the piercing light came down. And so the tower shot just never was going to hit him.
Yeah, I mean, if that case, really great tower, really great aggro juggling from the side of Big Menergy's bot lane, definitely looks like they've put a lot of practice into, getting the maximum efficiency out of the Zyra, and this is bad for DZT. This is a bot lane that's slow pushing away from them, They don't have, I mean, they have flash, but they don't have the item advantage, they don't have the gold lead, they're not in good position.
Yeah, and I was just saying a few minutes, not 2 minutes ago, that the game was going well for DZT. Nocturne wants to get 6 before he really can start doing so. But then J4 found something mid. He finds the first blood, and then bot lane starts winning for Big Menergy. And now DZT back on the back foot again. A familiar place, I imagine, from game 1.
Yeah, absolutely. And if we look at the top lane as well, Leerq does look like he is going to catch that wave. CS looks pretty even. Now, I noticed a lot of these trades Evil Gambit's taking aren't going out well. Leerq is proccing the passive on towards the set before the set even gets damage off, and so it's just free damage going towards the Camille, going towards Leerq. Now, also notice in the jungle, look at the farm difference here as well. Evil Gambit might be in trouble. Does have that showstopper, but not going to be able to get out. Not going to be able to survive. Does have that flash. Haymaker flashed away as well. But the Jarvan baby cage comes down as well. Jameis White picks up the kill on towards Evil Gambit. And, Evil Gambit not feeling too good here right now. Forced down the flash, down the gank as well. Is going to have to TP to catch this wave. And Leerq, just like that, generates another good advantage in this top lane.
Yeah, and... Nocturne is still not level 6. The kill XP that JMSY has acquired is made up for.
Possibly Purple might be in trouble here, but hook comes down on towards Sirix. Sirix does have the E-dash away. He does get the level up, but Silver Spike picks up the kill. Now, the baby cage does come down from Silence, but the Paranoia goes down. Double kill going towards the Nocturne. Silver Spike does have that 2-0-0 tag on his head now, and it looks like DZT are going to move towards Dragon. Jarvan is on the other side getting those resources, getting that invade off, but definitely good from DZT, showing some signs of life.
Yeah, and I'm glad that Silver Smite found something with the Nocturne ult, because before he used it, if they didn't find anything with the first Paranoia, then they're in a lot of trouble, because that's their big go button in this comp. And so if he's unable to find success, find kills, find objectives with it, then every time he fails to do so, they fall further and further behind, because those are their windows to make plays. But so really good on him to find success on the first Paranoia and get a double kill for himself.
Absolutely, and it looks like Silent Elements is going to walk back to mid lane, catching most of this wave too, so he's not even going to lose out in that regard. Now, I will say, Veigar, that's great for the Veigar, because, he gets even more time to scale. But one thing I'm curious about is now, Ashe is level 6, Best Plunger will have access to that Enchanted Crystal Arrow, so I'm really going to be focusing on how, the DZT do decide to coordinate with these ultimates.
I was to see I like DZT get the Drake, but I actually really like that Big Menergy pick up the Herald as a trade, because the Jarvan just wants to keep aggressing, keep accelerating, because He's gonna be useful still, but I'd say the Nocturne Paranoia just gets really, really scary later in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, possibly Turtle takes so much damage there, forces the ult out of Best Plunger quite prematurely, I'd say. And you know, if you look at Silver Smite, he's down. He's down bad. He's down horrendous right now. He's down around what 4 camps? Yeah, pretty much 4 camps here, almost 5. And you know, the Nocturne hasn't had much breathing room in terms of farming here, and is down a level compared to Jarvan. And it looks like Silver Smite might get caught out here. The Annie's coming in as well. Oh, what?
He good ult to escape.
Whoa, Flash is coming in from the side of Lava. Listen to JMSY. Now, Silver Smite does escape, but Silent Elements does get punished there. I apologize, you know, for the mime impressions there, but that was definitely some some gymnastics going on here. JMSY does get the EQ on towards Evil Gambit. Evil Gambit doesn't have that flash, but does get the face breaker. But JMSY picks up another kill, 4-0-0 on this Jarvan now. Definitely, you know, even though Silver Smite is quite strong, JMSY is just on another level right now.
Yeah, this is a pretty big difference in junglers this game, and I'd say in the series so far, Jason. And he still has the Herald. I'm curious where he's gonna spend it, because okay, Nocturne getting some camps back in return, which is pretty important given how the past few minutes have gone. Great hook.
Yeah, absolutely. Great hook coming down onto us. So flash forced out from the Zyra as well, but the calling comes down. It looks like the tickling, more like not enough damage from the Lucian so early on in the game. So it's going to be a trade of summoners in the bot lane and some ultimate cooldowns being used. But Nocturne is here. Silver Smite is in the vicinity.
Oh, great arrow.
Comes down. Great arrow on towards Tofuster, and it looks like it's going to be the kill picked up on towards the Ashe. Silver Smite forces this flash out of Sirix 2, and DZT definitely starting to, you know, show some fight and put themselves back into this game.
Yeah, and that's what they need to do. The Ashe arrow and the Nocturne didn't have ult that time, but the arrow more than made up for it, because Zyra having no flash, no possible way to escape other than sidestepping it, which she failed to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, if we look just at the state of the game, that's 1,000 gold lead in the jungle, 700 in the top lane, 400 in the bot lane, 600 in support, 300 in mid lane for Big Menergy. So, you know, definitely up on all accounts, but I'd still, you know, count them in. There's definitely still some room for the side of DZT to make their way back into the game. It is only 11 minutes in as well. Evil Gambit missed cannon.
Don't look. Just don't look.
Feels bad, but oh, look at the Sunder already done for Camille. 11 minutes in pretty much. That's huge for Liaku. You know, getting such a great spike so early on is definitely really good, especially on, you know, the tactical nuke that is Camille once you get those second and third items.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think it's just all the assists and maybe some plates as well. Oh,
yeah,
that tactical
2
sweep.
plates in the top lane. Tactical sweep does go wide, but Silver Smite is in the vicinity, so Lava Lizard, you know, might be in trouble here. The Event Horizon comes down. Solo Bolo in the mid lane. Now, Hextech Ultimatum does come down on towards Silver Smite. One more tower shot. He's going to be dead. Liaku picks up the kill. Silver Smite completely misplaced there. Forces a flash out of Evil Gambit 2 now. Evil Gambit might be in trouble. Liaku walking up, has that red buff, has that Sunder, is so strong right now on this Camille. It looks like he might have just activated him. Now, Jameson is on a ward in this bot lane, does put down that Herald, and it looks like just when we were saying DZT starting to show some signs of life, they're able to completely call their way back and retake control of this game.
Yeah, and it's so hard for DZT to play this game because the windows they have to do stuff are so narrow, and really good from the Vigard to find kills, but I don't think it's going to be enough, Jason. If you're so reliant on Ashe Arrow and Nocturnal to try to find your fights, then that's so much time spent where you're unable to do much on the map. This Camille, this J4 can do whatever they want, whenever they want, because they're not reliant on those ultimates.
Yeah, they're so far ahead right now, you know. 3 plates to the side of Liaku, 4-0 on the side of Jarvan. He can just walk into the jungle as he pleases. You know, bot lane demolished for the bot lane. Now, even though Lava Lizard is down, did get solo killed, it doesn't matter. You know, one great stun, one, you know, great AoE onto the enemy team, and that can still like control the tide of the game. So if I'm Big Menergy, I'm in the driver's seat right now. This is my game to lose.
Yeah, they break first tower. They have a massive gold lead, 4.5k at 14 minutes. Turret plates have just fallen, but they claimed all 5 bot lane, and they got a few topside as well.
Yeah, absolutely. As you see here, some items coming out for the side of Big Menergy. Lucian has that Gale Force. Zyra might be on that. Leandri's on that base. Camille already has that Tiamat. Jarvan, don't even mention it. No items completed for the side of DZT at 14 minutes. So definitely really worrying. And, given that next Dragon's in 4 minutes, they definitely need to start picking the pace up if they even want to have a chance.
Yeah, and Nocturne really quiet after that double kill bot lane. Not finding much success since then with the paranoia. And arrows up, and if you're DZT, you have to be looking for stuff right now. You have both tools. What are you going to do? Here comes the face breaker.
But look at the damage on towards Evil Gambit.
Oh,
Camille
great
so
flash.
smooth. Leerq does get the flash away as well. Does have that ultimate. Silver Smite once again. This time he's not going to make the same mistake. But, Leerq really well played. Doesn't even use the ultimate, just the E and some kiting to walk it off. Silver Smite forced to burn the flash as well. And, another attempted pick, but no ultimate used from the side of Evil Gambit. And, no reward coming in. But JMSY is here. Does get that flag and drag on towards the Thresh. Does get the dunk on towards the Nocturne. The Ash Arrow comes out on towards the Jarvan. Hook goes on to the Lucian as well. But possibly Lava Lizard is in trouble on the backline. Possibly Purple running away from Spirit. Scale Force used as well. Ash W comes out on towards him. But Best Plunger misses the flag and drag. Goes wide. Now Sirix might be in trouble. He's here. But JMSY tanking a lot of the tower here. Vigor coming down. Event Horizon not going to go off. Sirix is here as well. But Evil Gambit is here. Showstopper going nowhere. JMSY does get the Haymaker landed on top of the Evil Gambit. Can he get a kill in return? No. Best Plunger W does nothing there. And it looks like the side of Big Menergy kiting it out. And just able to win the team fight so big. They're 4 for 1.
Yeah, and the Vigar buys some time, Jason, but after that, he's not offering much. And so if you're picking these pick champions like Nocturne and Ash, commit to that. Commit to that style. Because these skirmishes are exactly what Big Menergy want, and they're going to continue to grow this gold lead because of it.
Yeah, Lucian is 5-1. Jarvan is 5-0. You can't pick them off if they're the ones starting the fight too.
It's so difficult now, and the Annie doesn't matter. The Annie's just there to distract them. DZT need to stop trying to kill the Annie because it's just not worth it. You have to try to shut down the Lucian and the Jarvan, which is a tall order given how fed they are. And double defensive items from Lucian. Has the QSS and the steel caps. He's got his angles covered, Jason. It's gonna be really hard to kill him now. He has the Gale Force, he has Flash, and he has his Relentless Pursuit to reposition. So many tools available to the Big Menergy AD carry.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely flexing those muscles there on like that logo. And, I think that was a really misplayed fight from Evil Gambit too, because, the set ult kind of went nowhere there. And, there wasn't any target focus. One moment they were hitting the Lucian, one moment they hit the Zyra, one moment is the Jarvan. If Vigar puts the W down onto Jarvan while he's trapped in that cage, maybe that's a shutdown that goes over towards DZT, and maybe that changes the entire type of the game. But, we don't live in that world, and so, it's a different story, and Big Menergy are going to get the mid tower as a result.
Yeah, going to get the second charge as well. Don't know if they'll be able to crack the tier 2 tower here. Annie coming in, but yeah, not enough of a wave. Not willing to flip the dive. So they back off for the time being. But Lucian with that piercing light, he can just step up and clear it whenever he wants. Drake about to spawn in 30 seconds and complete vision dominance on the blue quadrant for Big Menergy.
Yeah, absolutely. Leerq can just do what he wants. Like, look at all that healing. Look at just the strength of that Camille. Up a level, up 15 CS, up a whole item. Evil Gambit hasn't finished the item yet. And, this stuff is really worrying to see from the side of DZT. 7,000 gold down at 18 minutes already is huge. And, 3 seconds till this dragon. Now, it's not as bad as last game where they just gave up soul point, but it looks like this dragon is just going to go for free.
Yeah, I mean, the Nocturne's top, which just signals to us as viewers and spectators and Big Menergy that DZT have no interest in contesting this Drake as a teleport comes into the enemy jungle. Wait, no, sorry, going top lane. My bad.
Now, Silver Swites does have that shield to avoid the stun, but Leerq may be biting off more than he can chew here. Teleports coming in from Silent Elements as well. The Event Horizon goes out. Leerq picks up the kill on towards the Nocturne. Evil Gambit picks up the kill on towards Leerq in return as well. But Silent Elements forced to use a teleport and not get anything from it. DZT will get a top tier 1 for their troubles, but that's a free bottom tier 2 for the side of Big Menergy, and that is not stonks there.
Yeah, they commit 2 teleports to that, and they lose their tier 2 bot tower, which is worth significantly more than the tier 1 top. And I think DZT are going to trade and get 2 towers here for 1 at the price of 2 teleports.
Yeah, and it looks like Big Menergy are happy to take that trade. They're forcing down this bottom lane tower. JMSY does go for that flag and drag forward, but good spacing from Best 100 to be able to get out. Now, turret is down, but will they make a move on the inhibitor? Silver Smite does have to use that spell shield to get out, but it looks like inhibitor is going to go over towards the side of Big Menergy pretty early on in the game, I would say. And you know, in that top lane, DZT are able to get the trade, are able to get some gold onto the Vigar and on the set. So a bit more breathing here. The gold lead is fluctuated down to 6,000, so maybe some hope, but still a very tough order for the side of DZT.
Yeah, and that exchange of turrets was the best that DZT could do in the situation. And I think the inhib going down, if Big Menergy can't end in the next couple minutes, I think is a boon.
Ash Shower going down on towards JMSI. Nocturne coming as well. Paranoia, but Silver Smite is all by himself. Forces the flash, forces the QSS out the Lucian. It was too early. Silver Smite picks up the kill on towards the Lucian. Shut down, going towards the Nocturne. Lava Lizard picks up the return kill on the advance, but the Hawkshot, the W goes down on towards the Annie. Flash coming down on towards possibly Purple. Showstopper going out on towards JMSI. Haymaker coming down from Evil Gambit picks up the kill as well. JMSI forced the flash out from Best Plunger, gets the return on the ult, but Best Plunger, where are you kiting towards? JMSI trying to do as much damage, but shut down going towards the set side of the elements, picks up the kill on Booster 2. 2 for 4 for the side of DZT. Great fight, really good to claw their way back into this game.
Such a chaotic extended fights, Jason. And great credit to DZT for pulling the trigger and forcing a fight when they knew that the Camille couldn't join, but if the Lucian QSSs correctly, I think they lose that fight. And that's a somber thought to consider, that they won that fight because of a misplay on their opponent's part, which is not something you should be relying on. It's great when it happens, you're relieved when it does, but that's going to have to happen several times over this game for DZT to be in any position to win this game and take us to game 3.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Set does have that kind of 1.5 item breakpoint, but still 2 items to the Camille. Nocturne is going for that lethality, but Jarvan, 2 items. Once again, 2 items for... Oh, not 2 items for Lucian. In fact, is Lucian... Don't look at Lucian's items and welcome.
I'm doing my best. I'm just eyes glued to the minimap and to this Baron take that we see unfolding before our eyes.
Yep,
and
absolutely.
No flash on the Nocturne, but he does have Paranoia, so if they can give him a control word like they just did, Hawkshot flying over the top as well. I don't know if you want to flip this if you're Big Menergy. I mean, they look very confident. They're not deterred at all.
Yeah, there's 2 people in the base for DZT. You know, they definitely... They're willing to go for this flip.
Oh, great stun.
Going down onto Silver Sight. Silver Sight's chunked out a lot going in as well.
He's got it!
The Baron Dasher! Toe Booster picks up the return kill instead, but that is so much time bought for DZT. Great smite coming in from Silver Smite, really going after the namesake here, and, you know, buying so much time for Dreadzone right now.
Yeah, and this is not a great situation for Big Menergy. They really dropped the... Oh, no.
Oh, okay. Wait, Lyricue might be in trouble here.
I think he's
kind
dead.
of in awkward position, forced to use the Hextech ultimate, but into 4 Lava
Oh,
Lizard.
never mind.
Picks up the kill onto Lyricue picks up the kill on towards Evil Gambit. Instead, Silent Elements gets onto JMSY, and Lyricue just manages to live. And so, you know, 1 for 1 in the end. But if I'm DZT, I'm happy taking 1 for 1s. You know, 6,000 gold lead a few minutes ago. Now it's 5,000. And just like that, they're chipping away at this lead and, you know, getting closer into this game.
Yeah, and inhibs down, which means 1 lane is already no-go for Big Menergy. That's guaranteed gold going into the pockets of whatever member DZT decides to send down there. Baron, for the next few minutes, buys time in the other 2 lanes. So,
yeah,
we stalled out the game. Yeah, the Drake's going to spawn, but Sets doesn't have teleport right when he's up, so it's going to be close.
Set will have teleport really soon, so maybe you want to push out the midway, but 3 people from the side of Big Menergy are already here. The Camille, the Zyra, the Annie, girl boss, the girl squad is here already, and they're ready to rock and roll. But Jarvan is here now, so the window for DZT to start off this dragon is gone, and it looks like they might have to
There we
force a
go.
team fight here. But Hookshot goes down on towards Evil Gambit, quite zoomed in here as we see the baby cage going down on towards the bottom half of the river. JMSI sweeping for vision here. And
we zoom out.
Focused onto JMSY. Yeah, we could get a zoom out. That'd be great.
Thank
but possibly Purple does get the hook on towards the Stranglethorns coming down as well. Silver Spike one-shotting the Lucian in the backline, but not able to get the kill. Silent Menace on a killing spree. Evil Gambit picks up the kill on towards Lyrq. Possibly Purple walking forward, posturing forward as much as they want. Tofuster picks up the kill onto the Nocturne, like I said earlier, and it looks like it's going to be a 1-for-2 so far for the side of DZT. Really split fight from the side of Big Menergy, and it looks like they might just be able to start off this dragon here, but Lava Lizard does have that stun, does have that 3 mark on the passive here. Looks like the Big Menergy are going to get the base out of Lucian here. Sirix not in good enough condition to force the fight, but Sirix once again, oh no, he's canceled the recall, but the hook going towards Lava Lizard. Lava Lizard gets one shot by the Thresh. Now, Evil Gambit does have that Haymaker, huge damage going out onto the Lucian, and looks like DZT are able to pick up the second dragon and get themselves one more step into the door and coming back into this game.
Oh, Jason, it's... Don't call it a comeback yet. Don't. I'm not going to call it. It's not a comeback yet. There's still some more distance to cover. But the Nocturne, the Paranoia just creates so much confusion, and that's the value. And it will outstrip the value that the J4 offers because, 1, it's J4, and 2, there's a Thresh on the enemy team. And so the longer the game goes, even if Thresh is unable to Lantern early in the game, which is what we saw, the longer the game goes, the more the Thresh can adjust, and the more comfortable they are using the Lantern to evade the Cataclysm, and the more valuable the Nocturne ult becomes. And Annie, here's the arrow.
Showing a flash ult coming down on towards the Jarvan.
Great face breaker.
Haymaker 2. Silver Spike goes down as well, but the baby cage traps 2 in there as well. Does get the Sterax stage pop from the side of the Jarvan. Silver Spike trying to do as much damage as possible, but the calling not able to pick up Evil Gambit in the first place. Sirix also in trouble here, walks into the baby cage. One shot by the Vanguard, triple kill going towards Silent Elements, and it looks like I'm calling it a comeback here, Simulcrum. DZT are back in this game.
Yeah, they're not just back in this game, they're in the lead now. Because that's the gold may not reflect it, the towers may not reflect it, but those are decisive teamfight wins these past few minutes. And Big Menergy nowhere close to Soul Point. The Camille, not really a factor. Superior side laning for sure, but really not been able to be utilized by Big Menergy thus far. And the Nocturne just continues to get scarier. Every time he finds success with it now, the more dangerous it is, the more that Big Menergy will be confused and scared when the Paranoia comes down.
Speaking of which, all in coming in from Lyrq. Oh, look at that damage that Camille has to offer. Set doesn't have that showstopper yet, trying to do as much healing as possible. It looks like it's going to be a solo kill for the side of Lyrq. Flashes forward just to be sure. Lyrq picks up the solo kill on towards Evil Gambit. But still, once again, DZT are able to pick up a return tower in this bot lane. So, not the end of the world, but I guess we take those.
Yeah, we do take those. And I think I have a hunch, Jason, that this game's going to devolve into Camille splitting and trying to draw DZT members away from their superior team fighting setup. And we're just going to see a run around. The Camille's going to run around the map trying to draw people to her, and Big Menergy are going to try to poke holes when the rotations come in, and they're going to try to end the game that way.
Yeah, absolutely. I think definitely Camille has that split push that, maybe even build a hull breaker or something, Smile. But
I mean, that could be. It could be. It also could be Sterax.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll see.
Sterax should be coming. Oh, wow. Straight up Sterax as well. Great item spike for the side of Lyrq. First to hit 3 items here in the whole game. But look at Silent Elements. Is he going to get that big, giant hat on that recall? Yes, he is. Silent Elements also gets that 3 item spike. This Vygar is huge.
You have to kill him.
If I'm Big Menergy, I need to look at the Vygar here. I need to get that, evil little rascal wizard, because otherwise these team fights can be so hard to play out. Baron is up and live right now, and Big Menergy are chilling in bot river.
Yeah, they're recalling in bot river. And I wonder what they're doing down there, because the Drake's going to spawn, but Soul is 2 Drakes away for either team. The Baron is pretty important here.
Yeah, but JMSY does pick up that Guardian Angel, so this Jarvan has so much survivability, has that Sterax, has that Gore Drinker, has that Guardian Angel. this Jarvan is gonna take forever to kill, and that's great for the side of Big Menergy because you can drag out these fights for so long and really let the Camille go to work. But on the other end, DZT are happy to drag out the fights. They have Ashe, they have a Veigar, they have a Set, they have a Thresh. These are champs that are so great at excelling and dragging out these team fights too that it's gonna be really close. And I think even though it is a 3,000 lead for the side of BM, it's gonna be a really close fight.
Yeah, it's anyone's game. I'm favoring DZT slightly, given that the J4 has really started to fall off. The Annie has found very little this game, Jason, and very quiet game from the Big Menergy mid laner. And they're starting the Baron, but there's a ward.
They're on vision. They know it's happening. And so they're moving over. Everyone's pings are coming down on towards the Baron. Camille is on the sideline there, but Silver Smite is in that vicinity there. Does have that paranoia too. But the Annie is walking over, trying to zone them away. They know this is happening, and DZT aren't responding. They aren't moving forward. This is.
They want the Drake.
They're trading for Soul Point. I don't know how to feel about this. The Silent Element's going in for the steal once again. Blue team picks up Baron Nashor this time, and so they try to go for the flip, and it looks like it's not going to work out.
Oh no!
I think.
Oh no! Base race? No, not base race.
No, they're all going to recall, which is good news. But I don't know if that was the right call. Silver Smite was getting zoned off by the Annie, and so they decided to trade for Drake. But you have all these tools in a team fight, and you just kind of gave it away. Now that is one inhibitor for the side. Flash forward from Lava Lizard, but is that a dangerous flash? Ignite going down on towards the Veigar as well, trying to keep it out.
Oh, he's dead.
Going towards the Addy. Evil Gambit might be in trouble too, but Lava Lizard with a great ultimate and picking up the combo on towards the Veigar and picking him off. And it looks like just like that, it's a 5 versus 2, and just like that, Liku, Big Menergy, the whole team is knocking on the doors of DZT. 2 seed is who? It looks like Big Menergy are going to be able to pick up the 2-0, the clean sweep, and advance themselves to the next round of playoffs.
Jace, it was close until it wasn't. And that was absurd. Like, we were just commenting that Big Menergy's mid laner was such a quiet game on the Annie, and then critical kill with the flash tibbers to guarantee the end. Once the Veigar's down, they don't have the tools to contain Big Menergy's comp anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, such a huge thing was just that, that was one flash alt combo, just completely 100-0 the Veigar. Silent Elements wasn't able to respect the stun distance and got caught out. And just like that, one little mistake there, and DZT, they were through there. They had 1.5 feet through the door. It was just their fingertips, but instantly got pulled back and kind of put in their place.
Yeah, all the hard work undone in just a single flash tibbers. Man,
just like that.
Yeah, but such an exciting series, and overall very well played by Big Menergy. A little scuffed in the second game, flipping that Baron, and then the caster curse steal coming in, but that's going to happen almost every series.
Absolutely. Now that does mean that for our matchup next week, Big Menergy will advance to face off against Stubby Gun. Hidden Talent will be facing TA Nova. Oasis, Nails Day, and Swat are facing off against Dreadnought Tempest, and I believe we're still waiting on the results for the Fierce Force Titans and VBU.
Okay.
Yeah, so I believe that will be all for us this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's great to be back casting with Malcolm again, and we will see you guys next week for more Aegis Guardians League playoff action.
Mm-hmm.